I know he wanted to be on Friday as opposed to the Monday thereafter, but we go to Denver. Dan in Denver. Good to have you, Dan. What's up?
What's up, Rome? Hey, I'd come in here all angry and bent about out and getting on air, but that didn't work out well for Mark in Boston now, did it? A Romeo cameo was a good idea, Mark, but you brought the wrong Romo. It would have been better if you brought on Tony Romo, and he could have predicted how bad your call was going to be. Romo, if you think this guy was annoying last year when you left him out of the event, just imagine how annoying he's going to be this year now that you left him off the board. He's going to go from Mark the So Mad to Mark the So Mad. And, Jim, I don't know if you know this, but this is true. Kaleb in Green Bay works nights and sets his alarm so he can wake up in time to listen to the show at noon. Knowing all that, he still called on a cell phone. If Benny and Wisco is the smartest caller in the jungle, Kaleb is the dumbest. And speaking of not having clean lines, Jim, I didn't catch one clean line in that mess of call Sarah T made. And how about Cal in Vegas? Jimmy, that call by Cal was so inappropriate, Howard Stern wouldn't air it. That call put the X in XM radio. Jimmy, that call was so vulgar and suggestive, Kaleb and Green Bay's parents had to have the birds and the bees with them after. Jimmy, it stinks spending all that time on a call and not getting on air. It stinks even more spending all that time on a call, not getting on air, and then knowing you had a call good enough to hit the board. But, Jimmy, that's on me for not giving you enough reason to take my call leading up to the event. I'm going to check in more often. I'm going to come stronger. We're having a higher finish on my resume than Cal in Vegas, Matt and Van, and Sarah T all added together. War Trapper. Peace.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Rock him. Dan in Denver. And this further backs my claim that it's as deep as it's ever been. That's a very good phone call right there. He was on hold, and he still didn't make it in. And he said it. It's incumbent upon me to make sure that you want to take my call next year. And that helps. That's the day after, and he just started his campaign for 2021. If you want to spend the next 365 days crying about how you were done wrong, you go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But that's not going to make me want to take your call any more than I already don't. Or, by the way, maybe I wanted to take your phone call, I just couldn't get it in because we were that deep. Or maybe I did take your telephone call, and it just was not as good as you thought it was. Choose how you want to react. Choose how you want to respond. I'm impressed with the way that guy just handled his business. He just said it. Look, I know I was better than some of the ones that did ding the top 10. You didn't take the phone call. Back to work.